Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the San Francisco 49ers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. 6'6", pull it high. 5.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And that's complete to Jesse James. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Niners.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch your slap, watch your slap, watch your slap. Ready?
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing his Lock on third down. Got a man that's complete to Hamilton. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Check out. 55, 622. Check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Here we go.
Luck on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. He'll have a first down past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
12.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On second and 11 now. Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
54, right there. 54.
A shotgun snap for Luck. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
You can't block me.
From the red zone now, Luck. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Check out. Blue 40. Let's go, D. Let's go. I got it. Mike 55. Mike 58.
On first and 10, Luck. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Monday.
Throwing on third down, Luck. And it's caught. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. After 7-0 on EA Sports. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
On first and 10, here's Locke. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Mostert. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. The 40, 30, 20. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver.
Great job. Touchdown for Dave.
How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a handoff here to his running back. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Check. Motion out of the backfield.
They'll run with Hill. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. Here's Luck. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in a position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And the return will stop right around the 25. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. This is Hunt. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Well, the second down throw on target. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Love. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Everyone's got 4. 4 down. Go ahead.
This is Mostert. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm coming.
Here's Love. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines.
That's it,
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
15, run.
This is Hunt on the draw play. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They fake the handoff, now Locke. He'll let this go for the end zone, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Comes to me, it's me. Watch out, watch out.
80 weapon.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
On the delay, here's Hunt. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 18.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And McManus able to put it through. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Motion, motion, motion.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, Luck. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second down at the 15-yard line.
On the set.
Check right, 27. It's going to be a long day.
They run again with Hunt. Got some room at the 30.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. They'll run with Drake. And some room to work. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. From midfield, here's Locke. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Locke. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. On first down, Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll go jet sweep here with Sutton. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
From the 29, Luck got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Luck. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Go now. 91.
Clock now on 1st down. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lock. Now Lock, he lost the football. It's out.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Able to hang on to the ball this time, and in the process picks up the 1st down. So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, 4th quarter. This is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
About to find out. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run again with Hunt. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. He spins free. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Yeah, boy, some elusive maneuvering there, but they still get him down a couple yards short of the first. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Locke. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards, 1st down Niners. On 1st down, it's Locke. And he loses the football a 2nd time. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
On the ready.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. The pass there complete to Sutton. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 3rd down. Hunt. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, They've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and that'll make it third down.
Get out. 40. Let's go, Mexico. It's going to be a long day. Mike, 5-5.
A shotgun snap for Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Taco Charlton in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Broncos, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.